Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1981 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Baltimore Orioles and the Detroit Tigers at Tiger Stadium. On the mound for the Orioles is Allan Ramirez, whose record is 3-5 with a 4.32 ERA. And pitching for the Tigers today is Dave Rozema, whose record is 4-1 with a 3.78 ERA. And so yesterday we lost another one, 3 out of 4 to the Royals, which is almost the bottoming out. We've almost hit rock bottom, as the Royals are a terrible team. Our bullpen blew this game. We actually had Jack Morris in line for the victory. He pitched pretty bad, but he left with the lead, and we couldn't close it out. Kirk Gibson went 3 for 3 in the game, had a couple doubles, and just, disappointing. Another major disappointment as we are almost on the verge here of closing out May. So the Orioles come to town. Well, let's see if we can't try to right the ship. It's been so frustrating because every game we find a new way to lose. Before we get today's game started, just a couple of PSAs. First of all, on Sunday, not this coming Sunday of Memorial Weekend, but the Sunday following that, I'm going to do a live game, and so it's going to be at 5 p.m. Pacific time, so I guess that would be 8 p.m. Eastern time. So anyone is invited to come and watch the game. Chat with me live. There'll be a little chat window on the right side, and you can tell me what a good or bad job I'm doing this season, and maybe even give me some situational suggestions. You can be my bench coach, I guess. First of all, so there's that. Second of all, it's Kirk Gibson's birthday, so happy birthday to Kirk Gibson. He's in the game today. And thirdly, my friend Pat Hazel has a brand new podcast that just came out. It's called Creativity in Captivity. He's if you're not familiar with Pat Hazel, he is a comedian and actor. He was on Johnny Carson and Jay Leno back in the day. If you're my age, you know who that is. He was a writer on Seinfeld, and then he's acted in Friday Night Lights, the TV show, and he was in the movie Waiting with Ryan Reynolds and Jason Long, Anna Faris, Dane Cook. You know that movie. It's pretty funny. So anyway, he has his own podcast, just started earlier this week. You can find it on any podcast station out there, wherever you get your podcasts. I get mine from Spotify. It's on there. You can get it on iTunes as well. Or like I said, anywhere else where you get your podcasts. So anyway, so I just wanted to get that little bit of information out there. And if you take a look here as we turn back to the game, Dave Rozema starting today. He's been awesome. The only pitcher we have that's doing any good as a starter. All of our bullpen is available except for Keith Comstock, who really choked on it yesterday. As well as, actually, I should give part of the blame to Roger Weaver, who also really screwed the pooch. So we're going to go ahead and take a look here at the lineup. Lance Parrish is listed as tired, so I took him out for Bobby Ramos, who went 4 for 4 in his last start and hasn't played since. I mean, what's the guy got to do? And Parrish does not hit righties well anyway, as he's hitting only 204 with 1 home run. And obviously, Allan Ramirez is a righty. So, and I put Tom Brookins in there at third, giving Mickey Hatcher his first day off since he joined the lineup. So here are the Baltimore Orioles, and it looks like they basically have the same lineup as we've seen in the last series just a week ago. Batting leadoff and playing third base is Mike Eden. Batting second and playing second base is Wayne Krimchicki. Batting third and at first base is Eddie Murray. Batting cleanup in left field is Jeff Burrows. Batting fifth in right field is Ken Singleton. Batting sixth and catching is Glenn Borgman. Batting seventh in center field is Ron LaFleur. Batting eighth and at shortstop is Ken Pape. And batting ninth and DHing is Al Bumbry. And Dave Rozema, as I mentioned, he's been pitching really well, going for his fifth win today, making his 11th start, a 3.78 ERA. I have this at might trade. We're not trading him. We need him. And plus, we've already re-signed him. So, 4-1, 3.78 ERA, 16 walks, 31 Ks in 66 innings. He's actually got 2 complete games after not having a single one last season. He does have that shutout. And just last week, he pitched that complete game shutout versus the Orioles. And he threw 126 pitches, you see right here, which is his season high, only breaking the century mark 3 times. So we'll see if that affects him today. Mostly a righty lineup with the Orioles. That is to his advantage as you take a look at the Tigers' defense. And here's Mike Eden leading off, playing third base. I think this is the first time we've seen him at third as he strikes out looking. There's one down, and the Orioles finally get smart and move Kunchicki to the number 2 spot because he's been almost impossible for us to get out as he gets a base hit to center. The first one against Rozema, first hit for Kunchicki against Dave Rozema. So runner on first, here's Eddie Murray, Hall of Famer. Eddie Murray, rips it right past the glove of Trammell, and then an error on the left fielder, Gibby, gets Kunchicki to third. And we need ourselves a double play to get out of this. A couple slow base runners. We'll keep everybody back, try to get that double play. No. So Burrows hits a 3-run shot to center field. Only his third on the year, and it's 3-0. I mean, this is just horrible. I have no idea. I'm so frustrated. Another base hit. So 4 straight hits. I guess this is the revenge for Rozema throwing a shutout as Borgman pops it up on the infield. And that's the second out. With 2 down, here's Ron LaFleur, Singleton on first. And he strikes out LaFleur. So Rozema gets 2 Ks. 1 to start off the inning, 1 to end the inning, and then in between, he just got blown up. It's 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the first. Here's the Tigers lineup. Ricky Henderson is batting leadoff and playing center field. Batting second at shortstop is Allan Trammell. Batting third in left field is Kirk Gibson. Batting cleanup at first base is Jason Thompson. Batting fifth and DHing is Reggie Jackson. Batting sixth in right field is Gary Hancock. Batting seventh at third base is Tom Brookins. Batting eighth at second base is Sweet Lou Whitaker. And batting ninth and catching is Bobby Ramos. Allan Ramirez, again, we just saw him as well, making his 12th start, 3-5, 4.32 ERA, 34 walks, 38 strikeouts. Opponent's only batting .230. He's got 3 complete games and a shutout. And yes, his last start was against Detroit. He took the loss. He actually lost 4 straight decisions. Gave up 7 runs in 6.1 innings, going 117 pitches. And we're going to need another one of those type of outputs from the offense if we want to try to win the first game of this series. Ricky Henderson pops it up to short as you take a look at the Oriole defense. One down. Here is Allan Trammell. Trammell slams it into center field all the way to the wall, and that's a triple for Trammell. So now we have a runner on first. A chance here for Gibby to make up for his error. And he walks. First and second for JT. Thompson leading the American League in home runs, and one swing here will tie the game. Oh, he strikes out swinging. And that's going to leave it up to Reggie Jackson, who does not have a home run since the trade. Off to a kind of a poor start. And Jackson hits a ground ball to third, and that will end the first. So we go to the top of the second. 3-0 Baltimore with Ken Pape leading off. You might have noticed on the title card that I had Mark Wagner's photo on there as part of the Tigers. I was surprised, doing a little bit of research, as Ken Pape grounds out to second. Mark Wagner was traded before the 1981 season to Texas. And in return, we got Kevin Sauché, Hot Sauce, as he was called. Kevin Sauché was actually the Tigers' closer in 1981. He had 15 Ks. He was on the Philadelphia Phillies. He won the World Series in 1980. And then in the offseason, Sauché was traded to Texas, and then a month later traded to Detroit. So, Kevin Sauché is in the Topps traded set as a Detroit Tiger. Oh, come on. I'm trying to finish my thought, and I'm dealing with this BS as Trammell makes the Tigers' second error, following up the base hit from Al Bumbry. So just to finish my thought really quick, is the Topps traded set has Mark Wagner on Texas and Kevin Sauché on Detroit. So neither player played on the team at the start of the 1981 season. Okay, so we're going to pull the outfield in. We cannot give up another run, although I don't think we have a choice, as a pass ball moves everyone up. Infield in. Ground ball right back to Rozema, and they go home to get one run. I should say to get the lead runner. So we have two down, runners at first and third for Eddie Murray. And Murray hits a ground ball to Trammell, and the Tigers get out of that mess. And we go to the bottom of the second with Gary Hancock leading off. Hancock had a home run yesterday as he hits a ground ball to third, and there's the first out of the inning. Next up is Tommy Brookins. Brookins hits .296 versus righties. Maybe deserves a chance to bat versus righties, although he strikes out there. The second K now for Ramirez. Two down for Sweet Lou, and Lou grounds out to second. So, this is just so frustrating, as I feel like there's really nothing I can do with Burrows hitting it right back to Rozema. There's one down. Next up is Kenny Singleton. Singleton, ground ball to short. Two down for Glenn Borgman. Borgman bloops it into right. Caught by Hancock, and a much-needed 1-2-3 inning for Rozema. We go to the bottom of the third. 3-0 Orioles. Here's Bobby Ramos. He went 4 for 4 in his second start as a Tiger with 2 doubles, scoring 2 runs. So let's see what Ramos has in store today. Hey, he walks. He's getting on base. We'll take it. Runner on first for Ricky Henderson. Henderson hits a ground ball right to short. And oddly enough, they go to first to get the speedy Henderson. Ramos makes it into second base. So runner in scoring position for Trammell, and Trammell pops it up. There is the second out as Murray makes the play. So 2 down for Gibby. Gibby walks. So first and second, 3 walks and 2 Ks now for Ramirez. And again, Thompson with his second opportunity to tie the game. Nope. Oh, man. As he pops it up on the infield, and the Tigers go to the top of the 4th with Ron LaFleur leading off. He struck out the first time through the lineup, and he gets a base hit to left. 6 hits for the Orioles. Now, we did sweep Baltimore. No, I guess we did, but it was a 2-game series, so we did win both of those games in Baltimore. So I was thinking we'd have a little bit of confidence here, but the Orioles have won 4 since then, and looks like they might have our number early on as Pape pops up, and then Ron LaFleur gets a stolen base up 3 runs. So LaFleur in scoring position as Bunbury strikes out. 3 Ks for Rozema. It'll be up to Mike Eden to score that run from second base. Pops it up high on the infield as Whitaker catches it just on the outfield grass. So we go to the 4th. Still 3-0 Baltimore. Reggie Jackson has been horrible. He had those 6 walks in his very first 2 games as a Tiger. This is his 7th game, and he has just been crap. And we got that crap for 2 more years after this. As Hancock hits it right back to Ramirez, and then Brookins grounds out. So this has been just about the worst case scenario. Giving up the 3 runs early, can't get a hit, and Rozema at 61 pitches has settled in, but 2 errors already by the defense. Murray hits a ground ball to third. 2 down for Jeff Burrows. Burrows ground ball to short. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Here is Sweet Lou leading off. I mean, I don't know. Is my lineup wrong? I mean, this is the lineup the way it should be. It's not. I made so many different trades to stockpile some players for the future, knowing that we don't have a chance. But we have like all these big names, and on paper they look great, but statistically here, they are just sucking the pipe. Henderson gets a base hit, only the 2nd hit by a Tiger. There's no point stealing. We need 3 runs, and he gets picked off. So we're going to flip it over to the end-game stats. I mean, is it Gibson so far with 2 walks? I don't know. So here's Ken Singleton leading off the 6th. Hits a ground ball to second base. Whitaker makes that play. Glenn Borgman flies out to right. 2 down for Ron LaFleur. LaFleur hits a ground ball to second. Sorry. Need a drink from my brewski. Drinking some Sierra Nevada. Sierra Nevada, if you want to sponsor, anything, I'll drink all your beer. So Treble walks to lead off the 6th. He was at the plate when Henderson, who has been complete crap. Oh, come on. Another pickoff. Like, there's no chance we're going to win this game. There's absolutely no chance. We go to the top of the 7th. Here's Ken Pape. Rozema coming up to his, probably his max. I thought that ball was going to fall in for sure, but the play is made by Gibby. One down, ground ball to Tommy Brookins, and here's the second out. And then a line out to right by Eden. We go to the bottom of the seventh. Here's Reggie flying out to right. At least he got it to the outfield for once. Next up is Gary Hancock. Yeah, he gets a bleeder just past the second baseman, Krinchicki. So a runner on first. I mean, do I play small ball and try to at least get one run an inning to tie it up? I mean, we're going to try to lay down a bunt here with Brookins. He lays down a nice bunt to third. Come on. They go to second to get the lead runner. Yeah, this game sucks. As Whitaker hits a ground ball to first, but I guess, I mean, why would it be throwing it? I guess throwing it to the pitcher? And somehow that was a two-base error? I don't know. That doesn't make sense either. Anyway. Oh, come on. See, this is so stupid. So now the second baseman makes an error and 2 runs score. And then Henderson gets his second hit. So, I mean, this doesn't make any sense. But, you know, at least we're within 1 of scoring. The tying run. Trammell, 2 down, first and second, pops it up. Okay, we go to the top of the 8th. It's 3-2. Baltimore. Get a couple runs on the board in probably the dumbest way possible. Rozema has been lights out, though. I don't think he's given up a hit since the 4th. Ground ball by Murray. Here's Jeff Burrows with that 3-run shot. Oh, there we go. Finally walks someone, and that is the first batter to reach base. I wouldn't mind getting Rozema through this inning as Singleton pops it up to second. They're going to bring in a new pitcher. Baltimore, they're bringing in Tippy Martinez, the lefty. He is their closer, so he's going for a 2-inning save. I believe he led the American League in saves last year. He did. He was tied with the Tigers' Aurelio Lopez. 3-1 this season, a 2.95 ERA, 15 Ks and 18 innings pitched. Opponents batting .217 against him. He has been really good. And smart move because we have 4 lefties coming up. Gibby batting .222 versus lefties. I guess we have to let him try as he lines out to center. We know JT's got nothing for the lefties. But he pops it up to second. I was kind of hoping maybe he might get walked at least because he does walk a lot. And here's Reggie. Who strikes out. So we go to the top of the 9th. Great job by Rozema hanging in there. His team really let him down. We're going to bring in Joe Beckwith, who his ERA is not indicative really of how he pitched. He had to take the hit on the game where Bryn Smith only went 2/3 of an inning. So we kind of stretched out Beckwith, and he hasn't pitched since then. As Glenn Borgman hits a ground ball to third. Ron LaFleur, ground ball to short. And Ken Pape, ground ball to first. So, a good job by Beck. Oh, come on. 3 errors. This one by Gold Glove winning JT. At 984 is his fielding percentage. 8 errors. He has more errors through 45 games than he did all last season. That doesn't even begin to make sense. He does have a positive defensive WAR, though. So I guess it's all relative. Wow. So now we have a lefty with Al Bunbury. Bunbury hits a ground ball to Thompson. And he makes a play. So Bobby Bonner's coming in to play shortstop for the Orioles. And we know Gary Hancock does not hit lefties well. But we're going to let him swing away. And he strikes out. Here's Tommy Brookins. He doesn't hit lefties either. He strikes out. And Sweet Lou gets a base hit to left. So Bobby Ramos has not been put out by a left-hander this year. Do we try to steal with Whitaker to get him in scoring position? I mean, why not? We're a sub-500 team. Yep, and he pitched out. Okay, that was crap. I want to say a lot of other words, but doesn't do any good. I'm going to have some more beer. Maybe watch a ball game. It's still simulating up here. I don't know if that means we have a trade coming up, or maybe it's just punishing me. It just might be punishing me. Oh, come on. What is going on here? Thinking about it. I hope the game's not stuck. There we go. I have no idea what happened there, folks, but maybe it's just punishing me there. So let's take a look at the standings. Yep, we finally fall a game back to 7.5 back now, as our season is, it's pretty much done. I guess maybe at some point here we have to figure out a different plan for the rest of the season, as Jim Wolford of the Giants had a 20-game hitting streak and today, and Greg Luzinski, the Bull, is going to be out 2 weeks. So we'll pull up the transaction. Oh, we did already pull up the transaction, sorry. We're going to go ahead and pull up the box score. We'll get out of here. Oh, man, thanks for watching. So frustrating. I appreciate everyone taking the time. Like and subscribe. And also, check out my friend Pat's podcast, Pod Hazel, Creativity in Captivity. Basically covers, what people have been doing during this time of COVID to keep their brains functioning positively. This is what I've done. This is something that I would never have done if it wasn't for COVID. So for better or worse, I have done almost 350 videos so far. Who are we going to give it to? Player of the game. Man, nobody deserves it. I guess we'll give it to Rozema, who, despite giving up the 3 runs in the first, went 7 innings after that without giving up another run. So Rozema will get the player of the game. Nobody else deserves it. I mean, all the errors, all caught stealing. We've had 5 straight caught stealing situations in a row now by the Tigers. So 2 were picked off bases in back-to-back innings. Rozema takes a loss. He's 4-2. Allan Ramirez goes to 4-5. Tippy Martinez gets his 9th save, going 2 innings. And Jeff Burrows had the blast that really was the game winner. So we'll be back tomorrow with Game 2 of this 3-game series. Until then, everyone, have a great night.